Okay, y'all. So who remembers Billy, the white female Billy, the one that was out here talking to the guy that was doing my windows? Okay, anyhow, Billy's a white female. She lives somewhere around here in this really small town, and you recall in one of the videos she was telling me, she was like she had a son. I think she might have said he was prior service or something like that. Maybe she didn't, but yeah, because she said something happened and now he's back home, and she had all three of them. They're at her house or something. But anyhow, she told me to let her know, and she if I needed some things done around the house, because she would be able to, have him come and do it. Right? So when I left and I went away for those 3 months, and was in the state of Ohio, to suggest that I was still here. They were doing a whole lot of different things, but one of the things that was instrumental in claiming my space was putting her son in place next door with the female they had been calling me, okay, that supported the majority of the suggestions that were taken. They're not allowing me to talk. It's happening again. Look, he just ran smash into the thing and land. It was a really, really huge spider, y'all. Like, it just walked out of nowhere. I tried to capture it and they wouldn't let me record. But it's somewhere down there in that grass. I'm afraid it'll dig a hole. Look, they're acting like my grass is that yard over there that's really unkept. And it's not. You see the condition of my yard. Yes, I need to mow, but it ain't like that. But that's what that was supposed to mean. I'm not getting off track. They won't allow me to speak, so I'm trying to make sure I'm able to convey this correctly. When I moved in, they were calling the house in front of mine, which is this one over here. The house in front of mine, they were calling that Kelly and Steve, okay? And those were the ones that were in place to suggest that I was still in the duplex type setting. I have a crawl space, okay? I don't have a basement. I have a crawl space here at this house. And they make sound. Nothing's in the crawl space. I mean, some debris and a couple of bottles. But like, the federal government literally makes sounds. Like, they knock on fixtures all the time in the house, but they make loud thump sounds, like as if someone's hitting underneath me. And when they do it, the floor shakes. Okay? And that's what they're doing to suggest that I'm still at that duplex. So when I'm running my vacuum in here and doing stuff like that or playing music, they do that thump thing to try to act like someone's beneath me and I'm disturbing a neighbor. Okay? So that house was in place for Kelly and Steve. The house behind me, oh my goodness, and these bugs are picking up again. That's not good. They're acting like my grass is unkept. Okay, so look, and this property behind me was in place to support the Samantha suggestions. Okay, so both of these houses, the one in front and in back, they face the street, okay? Or the road. They face the road. My house faces the street, as you can see. So, like, they're in the same direction, and my house is not. That's why it's in front and back, not next door or side by side. You get it? I said that to say that we're on two different streets. I said that to say that we're on two different streets. I hate people with kids. They always use them to make noise. So I said that to say we're on two different streets. Hold up, my foot. They were using that house to claim that it was Samantha, okay? So when that took place, when I moved in, that's how they were sustaining Akron, Ohio, and their interests, right? They were using them for that reason. So, While I was away, they tried to sustain, but I was in the same location that they were claiming wasn't what I said it was. So while I was in Ohio, they were claiming it was Oklahoma, and every time I know Akron, Ohio, they say that it wasn't, okay? And now that I'm in Oklahoma, they're saying it's Ohio, and every time I know that it's Oklahoma, they say that it's not. Back to the Billy thing and her having her son. Like, it was pretty much about what it boiled down to was they didn't have a way of placing anybody on my property. I have a small no trespassing sign over there. Billy's the reason why. But I have a small no trespassing sign over there. She's only part the reason why, I should say, because I mean that's just a good idea no matter what. I don't know anybody around here. I don't want anybody feeling comfortable with just walking up onto my property, up to my door and knocking, okay? I never have to worry about anybody knocking, and that's a good thing because I don't know anybody here. That means, like, literally no one's, you get what I'm saying? There's no traffic at my location. But I knew that would come with a problem because they always try to suggest that someone's with me and that I'm with others, and I'm alone 100% of the time, okay? So that's what that was about, just being able to place somebody here on the property. And then I got rid of that handy guy, the one that mounted the TV and took out the cabinets and did the plumbing, okay? After I got rid of him, they went into, a big frenzy about never being able to place anybody here. And that was part of the reason that they drug him out so far. Like, wouldn't allow him to come here for so long. So now, yeah, they can't get anyone here. They have him going back there, and they're acting like this thing that lives in her nest suddenly is to claim my activity. They have him doing things around her house, so that's kind of how they're playing it. Okay, that I'm doing things around my house, but to claim that the activity, okay, because it's a frequency thing, to claim the activity and the space and to keep from being in the situation. So where the fuck are these huge ass spiders coming from? This ain't the same one. That's just a daddy long leg. They suggested some real bad things about my property while I slept, and that happens they don't never let me sleep, and every time I finally get to sleep at night, which is like maybe once a month, no, I'm averaging about 2 days a month, they let me sleep at night. And now he's gone, and this creature is standing right by me. Where did you come from? I'm not scared of those, only because I researched them. But look, where the fuck did that spider go? Yeah, but it never fails. Every time I finally get a chance to sleep, they tear my yard up. Or, when I come out, it just... So they're magically putting this spider here. Okay, that makes sense now. I got it. I see what's going on. And then Dizzy, always when something like that happens. That happened with the Scorpio too. It starts to, it gets real confused and it turns in circles. It just runs in circles because, anyways, the yard. So look, even though if I took pictures of it or I showed it to you right now, and the first thing I noticed when I got up this morning was that cover from my fire pit, it was out of place. It's no longer under the chair. It's no longer under the chair over there. So that was the first thing I noticed. But now that I'm standing out here, like when I came out here, I noticed there was some mange. First thing out, big, huge spider, okay? And I'm like, after I got over trying to capture him and them not letting me record, I'm like, the space. I was out here last night. But they were also on their porch last night. trying to, lie about who was who. I was in the middle of cooking. So look, today it feels dirty. It feels like opposite of what it looks. And that's the thing. They're in a dirty place and they want it to feel opposite of what it looks. So they always make these kind of attacks. Okay. The extra filthy, they always do things to not feel as bad in their nasty, in their filth as they should. Okay, like to not get sick, to not do all the kinds of things. Like some of these folks' environment should kill them. Hers is one. So yeah, they have him over there doing work. And when you create two, every time these agents create two situations in the atlas, like what's the balloon is the pro, not the pro, it's the prop. The balloon is the prop. I have a balloon arrangement, okay, and it's clean, it's attractive, it looks really nice. Okay, they'll go and they'll do something with a balloon, like one. Okay, let me not use balloons, but you've seen an example of this in the past. I'm gonna use the football because this is recent and it happened. So I have a green and black football. And this green and black football, it normally sits on my porch or either the side of the house. Occasionally I'll walk around the whole property and I'll just, kind of toss it in the air to myself. Because I don't have nobody to play catch with. So I play catch by myself. And it's really healthy. But it's normally here somewhere around the porch, okay? So when they were trying to claim my space, okay, to claim the comfort, it was about claiming the comfort, like not wanting to feel as depressed, as sick and as down. These are sickly things. They do all kind of evil deeds to just to not be as they're supposed to be. So in this case, I was about to say, I know it's not coming right back. In this case, the football is the prop, trying to claim the space and the comfort and the cleanliness of it. Okay, this is how they keep attacking me. My legs are dark right now from how much energy they're stealing from them. I have rashes from the stuff from the environments that they're claiming that I'm in. Okay, and my environment is it can never happen. So what they did was they took and they got a big round ball, like one of the kid balls, and they just like threw it out where, they normally don't ever even surface in her yard. They take this ball and they throw it out there. They play around with it for a little bit and then they throw it out there. I'm imagining they played with it. I don't know. I just noticed the ball being there after the fact, and I knew that they were trying to align the two, and they used that to create two. There's two balls now. Agents behind the technology will tell which ball belongs to who and which property belongs to who. They were trying to claim my space. Okay? So they constantly lie on me. And, so it's like, where the fuck did they just come from? That's weird. Walking in the middle of nowhere. Anyhow, they keep acting like they don't have cars too to try to attack my bands. I'm taking it out today. That's why the windows are down. But that's weird as fuck. They literally just came out of nowhere. Like got dropped off down the road or something, or either they done made friends too with somebody around here. Because look, that's another thing that they do when they need to hurry up and evacuate the area. They make sure they have someone who also is on board that has been inverted and is not experiencing any of the things that they should experience. They're escaping all their karma on board with them, and they use them as a place of relief. So the two places, they'll come and they'll occupy it to claim that it's a different space, a different area, that they're different people. And they'll also have, it's a covenant between the two agents, okay, or all the agents. And they run back and forth. It's always a short distance, somewhere they can make it to really quick. Overnight, they put a pimple as huge as they could on my face. Okay, like I'm talking about, and when I washed my face, it popped effortlessly. Like I didn't have to do you, and you know I squeeze a bump, but I didn't have to do anything to it. It popped on its own, but they made it as huge as they could. She acted like she was going inside, and now both her and the kid are sitting on a swing. And you know, because I never was able to identify the chick, one of two females that lived there. I don't even know if that's her. But some type of cloth was just blowing down the road, and it's got stuck on the mailboxes. You can imagine whose yard it's gonna end up in. It would have kept went on about its way and gone. And that's another thing. Objects. They always let their trash, this house in front of mine, they always let their trash come over here to claim the space. And normally, you know, the yard doesn't have trash in it. And that can be from way down, like if they're trying to place me somewhere far, there's no telling where that came from. But when they're trying to place me somewhere far, it'll be something like an object that's traveled. So yeah. And now they're arriving. So let's see. He dropped them off, had them walk to the property to claim that it's not in the middle of nowhere. And then they pull up. I'm just acting like I'm talking. Look, and then her and the kid get, and it's a Kia mini SUV. I mean, these things, for the longest, they'll try to act like they don't even smoke cigarettes. And then, I don't know where you'll see them with their normal habit. But when they're claiming that they're me and that, you know, I'm them, they make sure that they're not being caught with it. And they'll use old footage of me smoking a cigar. And look, so they get in the car. She puts the kid in the back seat, and then she gets in the front seat with the driver. And they're taking off. So it let her off, like literally nowhere, probably. Let her out. And the kid walks to the house. And then the car comes from the opposite direction that they were coming from. Okay, meaning that they didn't do anything but circle the town. Okay, and take off. So she came, she sat there a moment, and then she was acting like she got picked up. That's another thing. They were always acting like someone was picking me up. Sonia Davis was being used for that the most. I seen her drive one time. She got a rental car because pretty much to support the act, to claim the act that I wasn't able to act out. I was planning on getting a rental car, something came up, and then I no longer had the money and I couldn't do it. And to claim that she was me, she went and she rented a vehicle. But other than that, she never drove. She always had people pick her up, okay? And they came, sat just a couple minutes, and took off. They know that I'm going out today, y'all. This is what's happening to claim my activity, to claim all the money that I'm spending today, about $300. This is what's happening. When I do finally cut my grass, things will happen. It's every day here in this small town. They do stuff every day, all day long, okay? No different than Upland Avenue. And they don't even have as many identities. And for that reason, they're just occupying the space. So this small town that wouldn't get a whole lot of traffic gets a lot of traffic now. Okay, is that so? In all actuality, is actually worse. Okay, especially in terms of astral projection and stuff like that. Like, if you thought I was isolated on that small street, and then I occasionally come around all these horrible ports, spots, courthouse, metro bus station, Walmart, a couple other stores. You know, if you think that's something, this is in the middle of nowhere without a whole lot of civilization. Okay, so there's not a lot of buildings. And I could say a whole lot more, but I'm not. I'm just going to leave it at that for right now, because I touched on it pretty much what I wanted to. This was just supposed to be about Billy and the young boy that's been coming around acting stupid, making a loud noise every once in a while, y'all, to try to claim, to try and establish like it's someone that they're calling it. It's like what Samantha and Nicole started doing at the end, like right before I left and moved from there. They were trying to be loud. And this is what white people are doing now, okay? There's no black people around here. I'm surrounded by nothing but white people. And they're calling all these white people black people to call them me. And this ponytail is one of, and the crazy part is that these motherfuckers got clones of me. My hair is much longer than this. They know the truth. But it's about this fake reality, this fake ass bubble that we're all living in, where white people are known to have their weaves, they grow out their scalp. You know what I'm saying? Like eugenics is crazy. They're calling all of these white people black to give them an energy that they can't have. And all day long, they keep me under attack and attack my energy. You don't know how long it took me to get to this point today. Okay? And it's only because I'm going somewhere. They put me in so much pain yesterday, it drew tears. I didn't even try to cry. I didn't want to cry because I'm always too mad to fucking cry. Like, one of the motherfuckers let up on whatever vertebrae that he was attacking, and the tears just start coming. The tears that were associated with the pain. So this much pain should have this much tear flow. And all the time, this much pain never has this much tear flow. But today, since you got off of the part of my body that you were attacking, now it's accompanied by tear flow. I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. I don't play this shit they playing.